Hello everyone. Today is lecture number 7 engineering economy. And also today is the due date for the first homework. I hope everyone feels that the homework is easy to do because actually we have already covered everything in the lectures. If you have watched the videos very well, you're not gonna have any problem. I believe so. Um, and so before we start the class, so on schedule, on the syllabus, we scheduled that today we're gonna review the homework number 1. We're gonna review the answers, but I noticed that the due time is 11:59 p.m. So if I review the answer here, it's unfair for the other students who have already submitted answers already. So I decided to move this review to the next class. So that will be on September 14th, so next Monday. We will review the answers of homework number 1. Okay? And then the second thing is we're going to have the first attendance check. As I said, the attendance check is just to check if you have watched the videos and if you can, catch up with the pace of the class. So the questions are very simple. It's just true and false. And then those are just conceptual questions, no calculation at all. So I believe if you have watched the videos or even you just read the book, you can answer it correctly. Okay, so it is available now, and you're gonna find it in the assignments or the quizzes sections. It's just three online questions. You just select to choose true or false, and you can submit the answer as many times as you want. Okay, because I don't want to make it as a hard questions for you to do. The goal or the purpose of this is just to check if you have been involved in this class, nothing else. Okay, so you can submit it as many time as you want, and then the due time is on September 20th at 11:59. Why that time? Because around that date we probably will have the first test. So all I want is that you are well prepared before the test. Okay, so I want to maybe push you to just watch the videos before that test. That's all I want, nothing else. Okay, so I set up the due date for that. We probably will have another attendance check before that due date to see if you have watched all the videos about the chapter 3. Okay, so just make sure that you just check their Canvas and don't miss the 2 attendance checks. And all I want again is to get you prepared before the first test. And in the first test, we're going to cover the chapter 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so all my attendance questions are related to chapter 1, 2, 3. All right, and now let's continue our chapter 3. So in chapter 2, we have learned so many different types of costs, and we have learned the calculation of the profit, the revenue, the optimal demand. Remember that? And we say minimum cost and maximum profit is our goal. Okay. And in chapter 3, we have learned some fundamental approaches to estimate the cost. Because if you want to compare two projects or even 3 or 4 projects or options, you want to know which one has the least cost, right? So you want to have a good estimation of the cost for each opportunity or for each alternative. And in chapter 3, we're just learn these different types of techniques to estimate the cost. So we have learned the fundamental two approaches, which is top-down and bottom-up. And they are just a very easy way to give you a bigger picture of the scale of the project. And the top-down is to use the historical data and to consider if there's any change with time and activity level, so that you can have a broad estimate without much details, right? Remember, we have an example of estimating your college year cost, right? You probably want to know the yearly cost in the past year, and then you are going to compare if you have any major changes in your lifestyle, and then you're going to have an estimate of your maybe current year cost. And the second fundamental approach is called bottom up, which means you break down your project into small pieces, and then for each piece you have a better detailed estimate. But in the end, you want to sum all of these pieces costs together to have a total cost of your project. Again, we use the college year cost example, and the first thing for the bottom up method is to break down your cost into your tuition cost, your living cost, right, and the other maybe transportation cost. So you have different categories of costs, and then you have estimate of each category. Like your tuition costs probably will stay the same because you're in the same university, but maybe your the fee for the books will be a little bit different if you take more courses or fewer courses this semester. So that will change the price for that category, like the book fees or course fees. And then you're gonna consider if you have the same living style. Are you living on campus like maybe last year, or if you're gonna move to the rental apartment, that will change your living cost. And so these pieces, you have a better understanding and a better estimate. And after you have all the estimates for all the pieces or categories, you add them up together, and then you have the total estimate for your future yearly costs for college. So these are the two fundamental methods or approaches. But in our real project, we're going to use more scientific and detailed techniques, which will give you higher accuracy estimation. Okay. Then we talked about the three components of estimating the cost, right? So for a cost estimation for the total project, the first component is to break down your work. So we have this diagram called work breakdown. Excuse me.